So hello, Bill. Please introduce yourself and tell us a little about yourself and Prince and what you guys are out there doing.
Yeah, so my name is Bill Testa. I'm the owner of Prince. Prince is a new advertising platform that gives consumers free photos printed at high quality. And tagged along with those photos is advertisers at 100% open rate and 100% delivery rate right to the door of the consumers, something that's never been done in the world.
And yeah, I'm involved with it, and I'm very excited. And when do you think it's going to hit the market?
So it's going to start hitting the market in Rochester in January, we hope. And we have a lot of advertisers coming on board as we speak. And we're in the process of rolling out to the other markets, along with a national play that we've been working on for the last 3 months that is very clear on the national side also.
So Mr. Testa, Netsmartz strives to deliver, white glove service, to enterprise fulfillment in smaller firms within the SMB market. Did you experience that with Netsmartz?
I experienced the great service that I got in the beginning through Netsmartz, right? So we had to start off to understand what the platform was and how to build it. And dealing with John has been great. John's been pretty much the aggregate, keeping the communication together between India and Rochester. So they helped us get started and where we're at today, based on pretty much John driving the ship there.
Okay. And was your development resource, team assembled in an acceptable time frame?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know much about development and how long it's supposed to take and things like that, but I believe that through the developers that were working on our platform was great, but it was all driven by a project manager, and the project manager is what keeps everybody's timeline and roadmap going, and dealing with John is how we were able to get to where we needed to be through John's help.
Okay. Do you feel Netsmartz has the ability to provide tailored, skilled resources, either through the in-house resources or through recruitment, both domestically and abroad?
Yeah, I mean, from my understanding of Netsmartz and the two brothers that I've met a couple times, I believe that they have the capability of understanding what is needed in a project basis, and then they have the resources to bring those extra resources in or provide those resources internally to help you get through whatever project or system you're trying to implement. So I believe Netsmartz has the capability of doing that through their expertise, in those projects.
Okay. And would you feel confident that if you needed to scale to a sizable team, 15, 20, that Netsmartz could achieve that in a reasonable time frame?
Yeah, I believe they have the capability of, once they understand your roadmap and where you want to go and what resources are needed, I believe they have the capabilities of adding as many as needed to get that done in what the company's project time frame is.
Okay. And you started the project predominantly domestically. And
Yes.
could you tell us a little bit about what happened there and how you ended up at Netsmartz?
I believe, well, domestically, we did a lot of research in Rochester where to find the correct working relationship with a IT development company, and understanding it's a startup and where we're going and growing, we needed a partner that can come on to get us an MVP, minimal viable product to get going, and then from there grow and be patient with a company like us to get to those various milestones. So we felt at the time when we started this process that Netsmartz was a great fit for Prince. I'm just going to use our company's relationship to get to where we needed to be in stages and domestically, and working with John and others in Netsmartz to build what we needed to accomplish the levels that were needed to at least get us the MVP, get us going, get us on the market to let people know that we are active and we're growing. So yes, I mean, that's what we did in Rochester.
Okay, great, thank you. And in comparison to the domestic team that you had, did or do you feel that the cost associated with the manpower provided cost savings or a return on investment based on the output?
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to numbers, right? So it's, we identified various domestic developer competitors to Netsmartz to be a lot higher per hour per person based on the level of expertise in the development area, such as a system architect or iOS developer, Android developer, or whatever is needed. If you went domestically only, I believe those numbers would be a lot higher because of being in the United States and not having the resources to have it cost effective. But for a startup, we couldn't afford those numbers domestically. So that was one of the decisions for us to go with Netsmartz in the beginning to create our MVP because of John's expertise in getting our project identified, how many resources we were going to need on both iOS and Android side, and then the rate per hour to accomplish that, to get to this MVP, was a lot more economical for a startup's money, because we have investors and we're checking where we spend our money. So we make sure that we're using their money wisely. And John was able to get us to the MVP with the resources we had, and then the resources they had to do it in a quick turnaround.
And I've been working one-on-one with you for a while now, and
Yep.
I've appreciated the relationship, and I'm a fan of the product, and I think the world will be almost a different place when you launch fully throughout the world.
We believe that also. So thank you, and thanks for believing in us with those thoughts. You have to crawl before you walk and walk before you run. And I think we're at the walking stage, getting ready to run, and don't know what the future is going to bring, but it's going to be exciting.
It sure will be. Bill, thank you very much for your time.